Linda Ronstadt, with her beautiful voice, award-winning career, and lovely beauty, has always been in the limelight. Even though she was matched with the most engaging partners, Linda never decided to get married and stay single for the rest of her life. Have you ever wondered why? Today, Linda Ronstadt reveals her deeply personal secret about why she will never marry. This surprising tale, full of convictions and reasons, astonishes fans by her decision. To get to know Linda, it is important to study her youth, what might have shaped her psyche, and finally this decision. In Tucson, Arizona, an upcoming music legend, Linda Ronstadt was born into a melody-rich family on July 15, 1946, holding in her hands a guitar that was inspired by her father and cultural songs of her heritage. Linda's childhood was a combination of American and Mexican music. This set the stage for her diverse career. High school brought Linda into contact with Bob Kamel, a folk lover with a vision of the big city. Although it was at first a hesitation, Linda's fate couldn't be avoided, leaving the University of Arizona behind. She chased the music to Los Angeles, where she joined Kimmel. There they established the Stone Ponies with Kenny Edwards. Their career started humbly in 1967, but their song Different Drum soon made them stand out, highlighting Linda's distinctive voice to the world. This wasn't the beginning of a career. It was the birth of a music legend. Linda Ronstadt wasn't merely a musical phenomenon, and she was a trailblazer who shattered stereotypes and smashed barriers. In a male-dominated era, she dominated stages, stadiums, and pavilions, making her own niche in the music business. Hailed as the Queen of Rock and the First Lady of Rock, Linda's impact knew no limits. Throughout the lively music years of the 1970s and 1980s, Linda shone as a glowing star, leaving her mark on the male-dominated world of rock. Despite experiencing sexism in the industry, she did not give up and worked double hard to find her place. But Linda's path has not been all glitz. You wonder why? Nowadays, she bluntly discusses the tough challenges she had facing the aloneness of life on the road. Linda Ronstadt's life and love, like her music, were richly diverse. She had her share of lovers, including a stint with J.D. Souther and an important relationship with Jerry Brown, the governor of California. Together, they even adorned the fronts of prominent magazines, displaying how open her private life had become. Despite these affiliations, Linda never married. During the 1980s, she had an unexpected romance with comedian Jim Carrey, and then a 7-year engagement with Star Wars creator George Lucas. But Linda's heart took her in a different direction, where she chose to become a single mother, adopting 2 children, Mary Clementine and Carlos. Linda explained her difficulty finding the perfect partner, stating that he's really nice, but he's not musically inspired. And then you come across someone who's so musically inspired that it takes your breath away, but he's such a jerk, such a maniac that you can't get along with him. And then there's the issue of finding someone who can tolerate you. This candid introspection of hers reveals that she was searching for someone who would not only be kind, but also have her passion for music, which is a very challenging task. Was that the sole consideration that impacted her choice to never want to get married? Not entirely weary of Los Angeles, where she felt the air was thick, and the values were glamour and status, with which she had never been identified, Linda moved to San Francisco. She looked for a space where she felt more at home, eventually coming back to her roots in Tucson, Arizona, to bring up her children. Later, she toggled between San Francisco and Tucson, finding her own rhythm between these sites. In the tapestry of Linda Ronstadt's life, tinged with tour music and highlight, there was a time that resonated, a silent chord. Beyond the sheen of her career, Linda underwent an individual challenge that redefined her bizarre, isolated path of life. Famous for her strong voice that can express the innermost feelings, Linda's path has an unexpected twist: battle with Parkinson's illness diagnosed in 2013. The condition became a turning point, denying her the very core of her identification as a performer. Her capacity to suffer from Parkinson's disease impacts different areas of physical movement, and for a singer such as Ronstadt, it impacted her control of her vocal cords. Was a heartless stroke of fate. However, her spirit was not diminished. Linda approached her diagnosis with uncommon grace and candor, discussing her experiences to spread awareness of the disease and its impact. When the interviewer inquired if she misses singing on a daily basis, she responded, "You said you miss singing every day. I can sing in my brain. You sing in your brain. It's not the same. What is that like when you sing in your brain? What do you just hear the melody? Sometimes I pick a song, and sometimes my brain picks the song. My brain picks the baddest music blare away in my head, like awful Christmas Carol Life on the Road." For Linda, Ronstadt was like paging through the same frayed pages where buses, hotels, sound checks, and performances became the norm. But did that preclude her from being in relationships? On the contrary, while ascending the rungs of musical fame, Linda was at the vortex of countless high-profile love affairs. Regardless of relationships with powerful people from the realm of entertainment and politics, she chose to remain alone and states she does not want anyone anymore. Her single status became the subject of speculation, with some pinning it on her heterosexuality. However, when Linda finally spoke up in an interview, she presented a vastly different insight. Linda mentioned that she had her real wish to be in love and marry the perfect person. To Linda, it wasn't about fitting into what society expected. To her, it was about finding someone who could make her heart sing. So who was perfect for Linda loyalty? Personality and tenderness were non-negotiable. She further disclosed that a great sense of humor is a recipe for what makes someone beautiful. Who might be able to make her laugh already had a head start on winning her heart. Further, their mutual appreciation for music and great comprehension of it are the characteristics which caused her to even think about a relationship. Although she dated gentlemen who had the same love for music as she did, none of them ended up as her life partner. Gentlemen you like, I don't know, intelligent and honest, I guess. Just to begin with, is this feasible? Yeah, um, I'm an MPV for musicians. I have to say, I just adore music, you know? So in the field of relationships, Linda Ronstadt has been candid about her position on marriage. In a sit-down interview with the Washington Post, she confessed that she had no gift for marriage whatsoever. She stated that she didn't like compromise. It has to be the way she wants it. How is it possible that you never got married with all these folks? I did not need to marry. I just... In a 1974 interview with Crawdaddy magazine, Linda Ronstadt described the sophistication of marriages, particularly those based on the entertainment business. She explained, "Relationships are almost impossible. First of all, new opportunities are flashing before your eyes every 3 seconds. And secondly, you're not around him long enough. And also, the people you come in contact with are other musicians, and they're all really competitive." She spoke of her realization of the difficulty of sustaining long-term relationships, particularly in the ever-changing world of show business. She asserts that relationships do not last long and that she now really knows about marriage in Hollywood. Linda Ronstadt also stressed the challenge of looking for a partner that meets all the criteria. She says, "You meet one guy, he's very nice, but he's not musically inspired. And then you meet someone else who's so musically inspired that it just takes your breath away. But he's such a jerk, such a maniac, that you can't get along with him. And then there's the issue of meeting someone who can tolerate you." In the realm of music and in life, Linda Ronstadt's is a story of determination, passion, and unwavering talent. From her ascension to a pop culture phenomenon to her fight with Parkinson's disease, Linda charted life's highs and lows with dignity and tenacity. Despite the adversity she confronted, she stayed faithful to herself and her talent, receiving awards such as the National Medal of Arts for her unique voice. The 2013 National Medal of Arts to Linda Ronstadt. As she continues to live life on her own terms, Linda Ronstadt's story is an inspiration to all. See you in the next video.